Caitlin Clark just had a legendary performance against Sabrina Ionescu, showing everyone that she really is one of one. Coming into the season, all eyes were on Caitlin. Either people wanted to see her succeed or watch her fail. And there have been plenty of ups and downs. Her haters were loving it. They had their fun earlier in the season when Caitlin and her Indiana Fever's team were struggling to win games. It was said that Clark was simply seeing way better defense than she was used to in college. She was trapped on the ball screen, blocked on a staggered screen, picked up as she crossed the half court, and even face-guarded 30 feet from the hoop. People were questioning whether her game could actually translate to the WNBA, as if she wasn't a generational superstar. But Caitlin didn't let the negativity get to her. She kept her head down and continued to work. The reality was that every WNBA player had heard the chatter for the past year or so about how this once-in-a-lifetime talent was about to come to the league and take over, and none of them wanted to be that team which allowed it to happen. Caitlin even acknowledged she could handle physicality better, be more decisive in navigating screens, and develop more chemistry with Indiana's posts.
Yeah, I think everybody's physical with me. They get away with things that, probably other people don't get away with. And it's tough, but that's just the fact of the matter. Is like, this is a very physical game. But yeah, you're gonna get pressure. That's just professional basketball. So I think it is what it is, honestly.
Is that something that you expected going into the league? You said
yeah,
that?
Absolutely.
The tough defense was on full display during the first time Fever and Liberty matched up. 2 clips went viral from those games. One was of Clark getting flattened by a screen, and the other was her getting frozen by Ionescu's pass fake. Guarding Sabrina Ionescu was a lesson in itself. She never stops moving. She's always on the move. She's always got a bounce in her feet. And I think that's something that I can try to replicate in my game. However, it seems like she took that loss personally. All great players play with a chip on their shoulder, and Caitlin is no different. She seemed to be extra motivated and determined to get the better of Ionescu. And not only did she do that, but she snatched one of Ionescu's records along the way. With their recent win over the New York Liberty, Caitlin and the Indiana Fever picked up their best victory of the season so far. They beat one of the best teams in the league 83-78. However, it's the way they won, and what Caitlin did that is so sensational. Caitlin played an amazing game, leading the Fever team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Talk about a total package. The only other players who do things like this are LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Nikola Jokic. Safe to say that she's in good company. Caitlin recorded 19 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists, and 2 steals. The former Iowa Hawkeyes star also became the first WNBA rookie ever to record a triple-double. Plus, she became the first player in Fever franchise history to achieve a triple-double. Every time she steps foot on the court, she's making history. After the game, Ionescu said that the win was Caitlin and the Fever's Super Bowl. But we all know the reason why she's so salty. It was Sabrina's record that Caitlin broke when she got her triple-double. But we're sure that Ionescu's words will just be more bulletin board material for a killer like Caitlin. And it's not like this triple-double came out of the blue. The number 1 pick in the WNBA draft was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double 2 games ago in an 88-82 road victory over the Phoenix Mercury. So, it was only a matter of time before Caitlin made history. And when that next opportunity arrived, she made sure to get that record. It's just sweeter against someone like Sabrina. The game itself was a barn burner. Caitlin hit a 3-pointer and followed with a layup to spark Indiana to an 8-0 run to begin the game. She had 11 points in the first quarter alone. She turned a steal into a 3-pointer to give the Fever their biggest lead at 24-12 with 3:04 left in the quarter. Lainey Hamilton hit a jumper with 2 seconds left as New York scored the final 6 points to get within 6, heading to the second period. It seemed as if the Liberty had positioned themselves for a comeback in the second half. Things weren't looking too good for the Fever either. The majority of the second half was a struggle for Caitlin and her squad. But she stepped up when it mattered most. Facing a 6-point deficit as the clock ticked under 3 minutes, Caitlin converted an and one, then found Kelsey Mitchell for a 3 to tie the game. A few possessions later, she had a helper on Lexi Hull's layup that pushed the Fever's lead to 4. But you have to give credit to Sabrina Ionescu as she answered back with a 3-pointer but missed one the next time down the court, with a chance to give the Liberty the lead. Boston made 2 free throws with 17 seconds left, and Mitchell hit 2 with 11 seconds remaining to wrap up the upset. All in all, she either scored or assisted on 46 of the Fever's 83 points. This was the fourth game in a row that she has been responsible for at least half of the Fever's points. That's simply absurd. She really is a one-woman team out there. Anyone denying her greatness is simply blind. She is clearly on the trajectory to become an all-time great WNBA player. Indiana beat New York for the first time since posting a 92-86 road win on May 13, 2022. The Fever lead the all-time series 50-41. For the season, Clark is now averaging 16.1 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 7.4 assists per game. She leads all rookies in scoring and assists, and is third in the league in the latter category. The all-time rookie record is 7.5 assists per game by Ticha Penicheiro in 1998. Claiming the fastest triple-double record isn't the only accomplishment under her belt. She became the fastest WNBA rookie to surpass 100 points and 50 assists, which she did in just 8 games. On June 7, 2024, Clark matched her career high with 30 points and tied Crystal Robinson's rookie single-game record with 7 three-pointers. Also, on June 23rd, she set the Fever single-game record with 13 assists. Safe to say that her game has translated to the WNBA. On top of that, she was named to the Team WNBA All-Star Team and received the most fan votes of any player in the WNBA. She definitely has the support of the masses, which makes it even worse when other WNBA players try to hate on her. Can't they see that she is helping the entire sport out with her popularity? Caitlin is also setting records in the endorsement sphere. She signed a $28 million US contract that spans 8 years and includes a signature shoe. The new deal would be the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player. We have seen lucrative endorsements, changes in the way teams travel, where they play, and overall interest in the game. The game between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky was the most watched WNBA game on any network in 23 years. The last time a WNBA game pulled in these numbers, Caitlin wasn't even born yet. So far, Clark has lived up to her side of the deal. She is a game changer. There are more eyes on the WNBA than ever before thanks to Caitlin and her dynamic play. The scary thing is that she continues to get better with each game. Many people didn't cut her any slack early on, even though she barely had a break between her college play and the start of the WNBA season. But now, she seems to have adjusted to the league's physicality and their overall attitude toward her. The hate might have raised her game to the next level. What's even crazier is that when the lights are the brightest, she delivers. After Diana Taurasi talked smack about her, Caitlin made sure to hand her an L. The same thing happened with Sabrina Ionescu and Angel Reese, among others. So, maybe it's best to not poke the bear. But for us fans' sake, we hope these players keep on poking Caitlin so we can keep seeing her raise the bar and set new records and make history.